What is going on? Welcome to GALAXY TV. This video is my final review of the GALAXY Z Fold6. This was my main phone the whole entire year, and I didn't really deviate from it in terms of it like not being my main phone. And I want to give you my impressions and thoughts and feelings about this phone in general. So let's get to it. Now, the display got a little bit bigger on the inside. That was probably one of the newer things. It has a more squared off body on here, and I think the design is really good. It's definitely the best looking GALAXY Z Fold phone to date. I really like the camera rings on here. I like the squared off design. It looks really premium. It looks really good. Really like the design on this overall. Everything's like, when you close it, it's nice and flat. It's just a great design. They did a great job with the design. This being a little bit bigger on here is a nice little get. Not a huge difference though at the end of the day in terms of what it was in the past. I do appreciate it getting 0.1 more inches bigger, but beyond that, it wasn't really anything crazy that I ended up using all that much more. I still don't use it that much. My wife and my friend, David, they definitely use this a lot more than I do, but I live in this, display, and it's been the same size for a long time on this inside display, and I've been quite happy with it. It's bright enough, it's good enough, it's great. I have no problems with it, and I love living in this display and haven't deviated from that feeling at all, even though it's basically stayed the same. So overall, it's been great. In terms of durability, absolutely zero problems. I haven't had any screen issues like we're getting black lines or anything like that. Nothing's cracked. I do have some scratches. I don't know if they'll be able to see it on screen, but there are some scratches on here, but it's probably because of the fact that I was using a really thin case that didn't really protect this all that much, but nothing major at all. The durability has been great. It's a really, really durable phone. I've dropped this many a times on cement, grass, carpet, hard floors, and it's held up. It's been a rock in a good way. Really, really happy with how durable this is going to be, especially when you hear how durable the Z Fold 7 is supposed to be, and this is already really durable. It's been a really good plus. Performance on this has been good. Now, I wouldn't say it was any problem because of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. That is a super powerful processor that if you see it on other phones, it's super fluid. Occasionally, especially later in the life cycle of this phone, I have had some slowdown, a little bit of lag on here, and I equate that to just Samsung's constant updates, which I love, but at the same time, I think it starts to bog down the phone, and I probably could do good by resetting this phone and starting it up new, and then just importing all of my backed up home screens and apps and all that stuff and start like that instead of just, update after update after update after update on this. It has slightly slowed the phone down at times. Most of the time, it's still really fast. Like if I just go here, you can see it opens up quick. Like it's not theoretically slow and it's not laggy, but it has gotten to that point a few times where it has been not so memorable. And so I'd give performance pretty good or good. Could it be improved? Definitely. It's really, and again, it's not like my gaming has been slowed down. It's really just the animations or the overall UI has been a little bit sometimes lackluster with its performance. Not totally new, honestly, to a lot of Samsung phones, but this one, unfortunately, a little bit of like slight slowdown at times with the animations and just overall performance. GALAXY AI has been great. Going from like using my power button to turning my power button into my Gemini AI, and Gemini is just totally built into it. I'm gonna turn that off because it's gonna go off. I love this. Gemini AI, which again, is on every phone. It's not exclusive to Samsung Galaxy phones, but incorporating that into my life for multiple reasons. I love just asking it questions, stuff that I don't have to search for, that I can get a direct answer and not have to search on Google and then try to find an answer about it. But Google has integrated into that to their search too, but it's nice just to have it built into it. I also love using the live camera lens on this when you go in and I can have it show it something and be like, how do I find this, or how do I do this, or what is this? That has been awesome with it. I love Circle to Search. Again, not new to this phone. It's on a million other phones too as well. But like the whole AI, Galaxy AI with generative edit in the gallery app, and the having, what do you call it? Audio eraser in there. Like all those AI features that are on this are awesome. Definitely a major reason why you'd want to get a Samsung Galaxy phone or an Android phone in general, but Samsung Galaxy basically has all the AI features that you want and need, besides the Pixel. Pixel has tons too. Those two phones are really the creme de la creme for AI features on the Android side, and this has been awesome with it. And speaking of software, because it is software, updates, you're getting updates basically every month. It's already gonna get Android 16 and One UI 8 very soon, probably within the next couple of months. It has Android 15. It took a while to get it, but it got it. And the software in general, you still got good lock. You still got all those great software features on this. So, you know, software has been amazing. Sometimes a little bit sluggish, but otherwise the features and the multitasking and everything else you want on this has been awesome. Cameras, all right. Cameras, again, could they be improved? Definitely. Have they held me up and captured, you know, good video and good photos? Yes, I've captured some really nice photos. I am looking forward to the Z Fold 7 bringing it up a notch to that 200 megapixel quality photo when you want to get that kind of quality, but just being their top tier camera on a phone, I'm really looking forward to that. It's definitely time, especially when this phone is like $1,899 before any break sales or cut downs in price or any trade-in deals. With that said though, yeah, the cameras have been fine. I've been happy with them. Not the best that Samsung has to offer that goes to the 25 Ultra, but definitely better than adequate, and not really anything I would complain about. Battery life, ooh, probably the weakest point about this. 4,400 milliamp battery, 25 watt charging, 15 watt wireless charging, and I would say that the battery life, I definitely have to charge multiple times a day with this phone, to the point where I get a little bit scared if I have like 50, 60% and I know I'm gonna be away from a charger for a bit. I definitely am concerned with this because the battery life goes really, really quick. And the 7 has the same size battery. I'm hoping that that Snapdragon 8 Elite will help alleviate some of the battery drain issues, and obviously having not update after update after update on this phone and all the apps that I have on it won't drag it down either, but we'll wait and see. But anyways, yeah, battery life, definitely the weakest point about this phone for sure on my side. And I would probably say, I'd call it a disappointment, honestly. And then otherwise, another negative would be, it hasn't changed that much. For sure, it's more of a refinement with, you know, this being completely closed and beautiful looking when there's no gap or anything. And, you know, the squared off edges make it look really premium, and it looks premium and it feels premium. And you can still see, I don't know if you can see it right there. You can see the crease going down the screen. You know, it hasn't changed all that much in a lot of ways since the first and second one, really. It's gotten refined and looked better and become better, but the 7 will be that big jump to this. But overall, my impressions of this phone are, I'm happy with it, I'm satisfied with it, but not completely satisfied. There's things I want to be improved. The cameras, I want the battery life to be improved. I want the UI to not slow down or get sluggish at any time. I want the, obviously I want the more power because that happens every year, but like, you just want things to change, and they do that with the software for the most part. With One UI 7, it was a nice little change. One UI 8, the software's not gonna change all that much. It's just gonna bring more refinement and maybe some more AI features and things like that. But otherwise, yeah, this has been another great phone from them. Not the best that they probably could have done, but I think the 7's gonna do that in a lot of ways. But otherwise, yeah, if I had to give it a number, like 1 out of 10 for folding phones, because I think there's different scales for all kinds of phones, but for folding phones, I would give this probably a 8 out of 10 or a 7.7 out of 10, something along those lines. The things that are really holding it back are the battery, the UI kind of getting sluggish at times, the cameras not being the absolute best that is out there for it. But otherwise, It's a really good phone. I would definitely, if you're, I wouldn't say buy it because now the 7's coming out so soon, but yeah, otherwise I was happy with it and satisfied, and I think it's a good phone. Let me know your thoughts on it. What's your final review? Give me your scores, your pros and cons, if you had the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in the comments down below. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.